So I wanted to make a video about this and post it online and see if it'll help anybody, because I wasn't able to find any videos online, and I figured this out on my own. Got in my truck earlier, realized that I had a free-flowing shifter here on my column. Like, it's not, you know, we're here, you can see that I'm moving it, but we're not changing gears here. It's not going into reverse, it's not going anywhere. I mean, the steering wheel's free steering, you know, there's no issues here. And yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, this is it. I have my brake on, put the brake on, which would allow you to do this. Without the brake, you can't do that. There's a button on top here that you can push down. You can take this little lid off and pop that off and push that down, which will allow you to move this down without having to put your brake on, but that's not the problem. So what I did is I figured that it's got to be a linkage problem. And on these Tundras, this is a 2008 Toyota Tundra. I'll show you where the leakage is underneath really quickly, so you can see where that, you need to, what you got to do is work from the linkage back. So right here is a linkage, right? This is what connects from your shifter that's on my column, the cable, shift cable. All of it comes down here and connects to right here. Actually, right here, I'm sorry. That's where it connects. But this is where, this is all part of it, this entire thing. And it runs all the way back up and goes inside the truck there, which then it goes up underneath there, underneath the floor, up into the steering column. So my shift cable underneath was fine. No issues at all, right? Typically, if you have a problem, it's going to be right here, where the shift cable comes in and connects to this pin right here, right there. That's where typically you're going to find your problem. That thing, that little grommet that holds that on, will bust off. That wasn't the case in mine. So I knew that my problem wasn't underneath here, so I went back up. Let me get back over here real quick. And what I did is that I took off the covering here, and I started looking at where the problem may have started from. So I went from first I went underneath and checked, and now I'm going from the top and checking. So here you can see that nothing is going on here. That cable comes up and through the floorboard and comes in over here and connects right here. This little mechanism right here, back and forth, this is what, when you move your shifter, it moves this mechanism. This mechanism is connected to the other end of the shift cable. This is where my problem was. So right here, the little grommet that holds this in place, broke, and now this slid off and was free, and that's why I was loose there. So that's the two places that I would recommend checking, you know, either here or underneath. Now, you can get a new shift cable if you want, but typically this is all you got to do is put this back on and replace this grommet, and you're golden. Hope that helps somebody.